I'm dying. I think that's the funny thing about of all the stuff from Shrek that I quote, I think that's the line I quote the most. Is from Shrek the Third.
Is John Cleese say, I'm dying.
Somebody better be dying. I'm dying. Because I say it like he does. I don't just say I'm dying. I say it like John Cleese Frog says it.
Good evening, students. Today your teacher is out sick, so please give a warm welcome to our substitute, Mr. John Cleese Frog.
And welcome back to another episode of Who Is My Doctor?
Who is my doctor?
Who is indeed. I'm your host, Zach, and I know a lot about Doctor Who.
And I'm also your host, Cassie. And you just bumbled your way through that, didn't you?
I did it sound bad? See, last week you were sick, and this week I'm sick, so I can't even tell anymore.
I know. It peek behind the curtain. It's been less than 24 hours. I sound awesome now.
She passed it all on to me, and now I have to sit here and suffer.
I apologized for that. You said, well, I work in the pharmacy. I could have gotten it from anywhere.
That's true. I could have gotten it from anywhere. I probably didn't. I probably did get it from you, but I could have gotten it anywhere.
I say I sound better. I literally, I'm still like 15 feet underwater. My head hurts.
Well, today we'll see if this makes us feel any better. Today we're watching Series 8, Episode 7, Kill the Moon.
I know that it's not said in this way, and there should be a different verb, but in my head, you're supposed to read it like Steve Carell's Gru.
We are going to kill the moon.
Thank you.
See, my brain keeps doing kill the moon, kill the moon. Like Elmer Fudd singing Kill the Wabbit.
Oh, look at us with our
respective stims. Yes, this episode is called Kill the Moon. What do you think Kill the Moon might be about, Cassie?
Well, if I had to guess, there's a moon.
Is it our moon? Or just a moon? Is it the moon?
It's the moon.
Mm-hmm.
So I can only imagine that it is our moon, or it is a specific moon.
Hey, this was really fun. We hoped you... Die, 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 die!
I don't like you making a mockery of my favorite song in media ever. Fuck you.
Just picturing Bear coming at her with a fully loaded shotgun.
Why would Bear come at Luna with a fully loaded shotgun?
Because he's a bear, Cassie. They're killers. To die, it's time to die.
To die.
It's time to kill the moon.
But hey, I say it's not okay.
The tides will be uncontrolled, I know.
Uncontrolled, I know.
Anyway, I'm sorry for ruining that song for you a little bit here, but back to your description of what you think Kill the Moon could be about.
Is this prophecy or is this you?
This is curiosity.
Okay.
You can be real, you could be serious, you could be silly for all I care. You just tell me what you think Kill the Moon's about.
The moon. Are we using a harpoon? Are there whalers on the moon?
Oh, that would be killing the whales on the moon, not killing the moon itself.
We tell tall tales because they're, yeah. Are whalers on the moon? We carry a harpoon.
Bang, zoom, killing the moon.
You know what I'm referencing.
I know, I'm also referencing the same episode.
Okay.
It just happens that episode is referencing a different episode of television as well.
Look at us. We're 3 references deep. And yet,
killing time to kill the moon.
And yet nary a response on my end about what it means to kill the moon.
Let's more get to why would someone need to kill the moon?
Like if there were duplicates.
There's an extra moon.
Yeah.
a moonplicate.
Like I'm honestly, like I really am sitting here trying to unpack what the title means because it's not as easy as the next one, which is Mommy on the Orient Express.
Yeah.
That tells me exactly what is happening.
Kill the moon.
Kill the moon tells me nothing.
How does one kill the moon, Cassie?
Why? That's more the thing that I'm circling around is why would one need to kill the moon? And also the moon is not a living being. So perhaps that's also what it is there is a moon that is like some kind of organism.
Okay. Like like they go to the Transformers world and they fight Unicron.
Well, I'm thinking like if there's something like on the dark side of the moon and it's like, oh, have you ever wondered why there's a dark side of the moon? It's because it's an organismic
it's where
shadow.
The werewolves live.
Yeah, like something like that. So that's kind of what I'm circling around. This much sillier answer is it's somebody dressed up as the moon and you just have to shoot them.
Well, you have actually led me very nicely into the Cassie Professor today.
I know.
Because this isn't necessarily the reason why they kill the moon, but it is, you have touched on organisms and the moon. Hey, Cassie.
Hey, Zach.
Moon's haunted.
Moon's haunted.
What's it haunted by? Bats, spiders, or snakes?
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I was kind of correct. See, that's my beautiful brain works. Said I got it correct.
Oh my God, Cassie, you got a beautiful mind.
Thanks. That's like the nicest thing you ever said to me. Bats, spider, snakes. I like bats.
Bats on the moon.
I like that. I like that answer way better because bats, like very famously, only come out at night.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So we're going with bats. Bats on the moon.
I like bats on the moon.
All right.
Like spiders on the moon is like, oh, but that's also kind of just a really dumb answer. I'm gonna say bats though, just because of their nocturnal nature.
And they've done bats before. We talked about it just last episode. They had the school episode,
and they've done spiders before.
Mm-hmm.
So perhaps there is snakes, but I feel like snakes would be more like if we were going to be killing a bunch of snakes, they would do an episode set in the Florida Keys or in Florida in the swamps where they're looking for the 20-foot python. I would love for them to do like a full Americana episode of Doctor Who.
Yeah, where they just hunt down a cryptid.
Yeah.
They hunt down like the Jersey Devil or something.
Yeah.
Bigfoot.
With a 20-foot python in the Florida Everglades.
All right. So, Cassie, you're on with bats. There's bats on the moon.
Yeah, because the other answers I will be way more disappointed if that's correct.
Okay. All right. Well, we will find out together if the moon is haunted by bats. Also,
it's also just really stupid to say out loud. Moon's haunted by bats.
Moon's haunted. Gotta kill the bats. And as the title suggests, the Doctor has to decide if they should blow up the moon. How does the Doctor make this decision? A, he flips a coin.
Okay.
B, he spins a wheel.
Uh-huh.
C, he doesn't. He makes someone else do it.
Oh. See.
Did he make someone else do it?
Make somebody else do it.
All right.
This Doctor's kind of a pussy, so I think he makes somebody else decide to do it.
All right. Well, we will find out together if the moon is haunted by bats, and if the Doctor decides, I can't decide to blow up the moon. You do it, Steve. As we watch Kill the Moon.
Hello, fellow inhabitants of Earth. I am Dr. Vincent Madman, esteemed pioneer of applied chaos theory and certified genius, despite what the academic board says about my safety protocols. Listen, I need to talk to you about a dream. My dream. Do you remember being a child looking up at the giant glowing white ball in the sky? The moon? You probably thought, oh, it's pretty, or it controls the tides. Idiots. All of you. That massive orb of cheese and cosmic hubris is mocking us, sitting there for billions of years, just looming. What does it know? What secret has it stolen from us? Who is it working for? The Chinese? The Russians? My neighbor Gary? I have spent my entire life, 34 years of intense, caffeinated research, preparing for this moment. I have sold my house. I have sold my organs. I have even burned down Gary's house for the insurance money. But I am still short on the necessary high-grade plutonium for the Moon Boom 9000. That's where you come in. For just $50, you can be a part of history. You can be the person who looked at the night sky and said, "Not today, Luna." Imagine the silence. Imagine the peace. No more tides. No more werewolves. Just a sky full of nothing but pure, dark, unadulterated vacuum, as it should be. Support my Kickstarter, Project Goodnight Moon. Every donation gets you a personalized, laser-etched piece of moon rock, which I will totally collect once I blow it up. Dr. Vincent Madman, the man who will fix the sky. Donate now before the government shuts down my internet again.
And we are back from Kill the Moon. So what do you think, Cassie?
I'm a little confused.
Okay. I'm sure there's a lot going on here. And
Well,
I think
here's the thing. So we've established the moon is an egg, but in previous stories, we've also established that the moon is made out of cheese, gromate, and the moon is also made out of pie. So
I don't remember those.
and pizza pie. These aren't Doctor Who, just in general.
Oh, just
so what
other
the fuck
aspects.
is it? Is the moon cheese? Is it an egg? Is it pie? Or is it a pizza pie?
Whatever it is, it's got to be kept refrigerated.
Jeez, Louise, gromate.
It's been pasteurized and has to be kept in the
We
fridge.
have to get more cheese, gromate. We have to go to the moon.
I thought you meant previous episodes of this show, and I was like, "Is Cassie remembering something I'm not? I don't remember.
No, I was trying to figure out a clever way to usher in this, and that was a point that I'd made in my notes, but it is stupid, and I just wanted to get it out of the way early.
But yeah, this is a very controversial episode.
I can see why.
Yeah, not the trolley problem of it all is certainly an aspect to it.
Mm-hmm.
Add some other layers to it being specifically an egg that is having to be decided upon by 3 women, and people went, "This is an abortion metaphor."
Yep.
And
three women in vastly different age categories.
Different age categories, different lifestyles, and also it's written by a man. So,
and also the featured man goes, "This is your problem to solve. Bye."
yeah. Here's the thing. There's also a lot of buy-in in this episode too. There's a lot of like, you just kind of have to accept it.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it too long,
There are spiders on the moon.
Yeah, if you think about it too long, it's like stupid.
Yeah.
Like to
Zach, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. That's the whole show.
Well, here's the thing though.
The whole show is buy-in.
This is particularly like if you know anything about how obsessed humanity has been with the moon for the last like 100 years. Like the fact that we have rocks from the moon. We know what the moon is. Like we have that here.
Hey, did they ever explain that it's not just? Yeah, okay. I suppose that's part of the buy-in. Is they they don't explain away any of that. You just have to accept moon is eggshell.
Yeah, moon is egg.
The moon is egg. There's no water on the moon. It's amniotic fluid.
And bacteria, when it gets really big, looks like spiders. Did you know that? It looks like spiders when it gets really big.
And it weaves webs, like spiders do.
And they also glow red at all their joints, like bacteria does.
Bioluminescence is... I can wave that one away as just like, yeah, that happens. That happens in nature. It's strange. It's weird. Bioluminescence, sure.
Mm-hmm.
It just looks cool. And when you're doing a sci-fi show, if it looks cool, it can be explained away simply.
Yeah.
Everything else.
Yeah. Clara addresses it a lot at the end, where it does feel like the Doctor, in trying to quote unquote respect humanity making decisions, really just withholds a bunch of information, makes them figure it out and whatever. And he's just like, I think you'll make the right choice.
Yeah, I can count on you to make the right choice. I always count on you to make the right choice.
It just takes a lot of the nuance out of the argument for the sake of it's like fun kid sci-fi show in a way where I'm like, this probably just shouldn't be a topic for this show because it's like abortion is a very like adult topic.
And they don't even skirt around it and say any, because even on the like control panel, when they cancel the bomb, it literally just says abort. So it's not even like we can be like, oh, well, those are the terms that we are putting on this because that is a topic that we're discussing. This reminds me of a show that we saw where in it is specifically discussing feminism, but the writer himself had to be like, I recognize that I'm a straight white man. And this is not a topic that I am necessarily very comfortable discussing, but it is something that I feel deserves to be discussed. And I feel like that is the same thing that is happening here. Is there is a discussion that is being had, but the person that is prompting the discussion is not necessarily the person that should be prompting that discussion.
Yeah.
There's also something to be said of never before have we had this discussion in this particular context.
And it really
why not here? Why not now?
It really seems like someone also who understands the trauma of the decision, but not the nuance of it, if that makes sense. Like they understand that this is that this kind of choice is very difficult and can leave someone with both physical and emotional scars. Now, like Clara at the very end was like yelling at the doctor saying, I don't feel respected right now. Like this very like, it's a very like raw emotion. Like they get that. But for the purposes of making it fit into a wacky sci-fi show, they also made there be a right choice, which is that's intrinsically misunderstanding the problem.
I mean, it's the ongoing conversation we've had of like, there are two truths. I feel like that's true for this of like in the same spirit of like there being two truths. I feel that is very much the case here where even in, yes, this is sci-fi show, whatever option was chosen, you would write in that was the correct truth. This is a show, you have to have there be a right and wrong answer. But when you're approaching that, approaching that choice and putting it in the context of abortion, I don't like I get where you would want to have that discussion. And especially on a platform such as this, that is a meaningful discussion to have. I don't know if it was executed well or not. And that's kind of where because of the nature of how we do this particular podcast, there is not a lot of time for me to gestate and figure out my lasting thoughts. Because it's happened several times where we watch things and right after we watch it, I go, wow, I loved that. I really did. I really, really liked that. And I only really, really liked it because he really, really hated it. And then after the fact, I go, yeah, you were right. It was really stupid and dumb. And
talking about Tron Ares right now?
No, but if I was, that'd be okay, right? But in this particular context, it's difficult for me to even have a strong opinion about this episode because I am not given the luxury of time for me to contextualize it and make it make sense to me or talk myself out of it, you know?
Yeah.
So that's also me covering my ass for what the next 45 minutes of this podcast is about to sound like.
I will say that I'm of two minds on it. On the one hand, I really appreciate that the show is trying to tackle something that, you know, I think lesser shows wouldn't even get near it.
I mean, it's a discussion on morality.
Yeah. But I think that
ethics.
But I think in making because the show is geared to families and therefore has to be geared toward people of all ages, there has to be a level of like simplifying the problem down to the point where you've shaved off the nuance so strongly that you start to get a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I'm not even talking about the moon being an egg thing. I'm talking about like, oh, humanity gets to vote on what we do with the moon and everyone shuts their lights off. Not even like the hippies in California are like, no, let the moon dragon live, man.
That's also
like they shut the light like everywhere. And then like
it's the way that it's like there is no way that yes, we can assume the year is 2049. News travels extraordinarily fast. Also, I have credence with it being 2049 and the eldest of our subjects here, like excusing the doctor, says that she remembers her granny posting things on Tumblr. No, you did not. That woman is no older than 50, which means she would have been born in the year 2000. Her grandma absolutely was not posting things on Tumblr.
Yeah, she was probably posting things on Tumblr.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Like she might have
Could
been
you imagine?
10.
Because it's like, all right, sick. That woman and I, at this point, not too far off in age.
That woman is Gen Z.
Yeah. Could you imagine my grandma in the year of our Lord 2012 going out of her way, posting pictures of red birds and lighthouses on her Tumblr? No.
That's what Pinterest is for.
That's what Facebook is for during that time.
Yeah, that was another one where it's like...
That was the only thing where I was like, I'm going to be hung up on this for a minute. I know that's not what this episode is about, but that I'm going to hold credence onto that because if it was the year 2149...
Yeah.
Okay.
Or even 2099.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Yeah.
I'll say that there is a good chance because I don't feel like doing the maths because you're choosing the not so far off year of 2049.
Mm-hmm.
No, I can track that shit down fast. Your granny, or even if it was like, I remember my mom.
Yeah, or my big sister or something.
Or I remember. But that was the thing is, I was like, you were posting things on Tumblr, not your granny. Anyways. Such a small, like, nitpicky part of it, but I just really needed to. But then how they use the power of Tumblr to find Courtney, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Anyways. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, because there's also the other, like, the voting thing is really the big hang up for me.
Oh, that was why we brought it up. There is no way we can, yes, the year is 2049, news travels extraordinarily fast. I don't know if something like that would go viral in less than 24 hours.
In an hour. They had 1 hour.
Yeah.
It was like
that might have reached the city. I could even see if they were like, okay, cool, all of Europe.
Well, I could even understand something like, especially in 2049, we could say like you get alerts on your phone saying what to do. Things get shared around social media, like everyone's posting online.
There was a notification from NASA that was addressed to @everyone.
I have two major hangups with the voting thing. I mean, actually three major ones, because the first one is the fact that all the lights are off, that all of humanity made that choice. That seems...
There would have been at least one state in the U.S. that had everything.
Like, if we're specifically going for this kind of metaphor, the whole point is that it's divisive.
Yeah.
Is that it
would have been 50-50.
Yeah, it should have been... Or like really hard to tell.
Yeah.
Like, because it's hard to measure light against dark in that way. Like, that's the other thing is that's the second my hang up with it is what if a house disagrees? What if a house is like, oh, I'm going to turn my light on or off. But then someone else in the house like, I think we should do the opposite. Like, what happens in that case?
And also, what about those people that have those really strong flashlights? They could be standing outside keeping them lights on.
Yeah. Another thing is, what if someone who runs the power grid has a feeling about that?
Well, because we even saw, and I know that it's for the sake of dramatics, but entire cities worth of lights shutting off.
Yeah.
Like
what if the mayor feels a certain way and has all of Los Angeles shut off?
The way that a household can't agree on pizza toppings,
mm-hmm.
an entire city cannot agree on the
whether or not we
ethics
should
and
blow up the moon.
morality about blowing up a
moon fetus.
An egg. Massive sky egg.
And then my third major hang up with it is, and I sort of give this one a pass because I know they were sort of short on the characters were short on time. You only have an hour. You're only going to see one side of the Earth.
Yeah.
You're not going to see all of it. You saw, and in fact, I think what the show shows us is we only saw the white half, the mostly white half of it. Yep. We saw Europe and America, and I guess
we saw Asia.
Yeah, a little bit of West Asia and South America also. But it is just like a. We asked mostly the white people what they think, and again, that's one of those. One, they were short. The characters themselves were short on time, so I sort of give that a pass. But it is just one of those.
And it is a UK-based show, so obviously they would show.
They're going to center around the UK,
their side of the map, which also means that
they're a little too close to the Western Hemisphere for it to.
Yeah.
But it's one of those like that's unintentional, but it does just sort of add on to the yikes.
It's just sprinkles on top of an already scary Sunday.
Yeah, I don't want to discredit the show for trying to have an adult theme. I think that is the thing shows should be doing. For me, the problem is how far they have to make the Doctor act out of character to get there.
Yeah.
Because the Doctor has main character syndrome. We've run over this many times.
Especially this Doctor.
Yeah.
This Doctor who has had to make the decision over and over again if he's going to annihilate his entire species.
Yeah. Or if we want to even talk about it in a very, very, very similar context, just last season, we watched the Doctor try to monologue a son to death.
Yeah.
Like, this is their...
We've also seen the Doctor celebrate and dance because nobody died. He doesn't generally like killing.
Yeah, so it was very...
and likes to be the reason why things turned out okay.
And repeatedly expresses distaste for all the bombs around. Like, it feels like he's letting someone make a choice when he's doing mentalism. You know what I mean? Like, he's planting things in Clara's mind specifically.
I mean, we have joked he's dressed like a magician, so...
yeah.
Perhaps this Doctor has been a mentalist all along.
What if he even brought the yo-yo as like I want Clara to make a decision, unmake the decision, and go back like a yo-yo does. I'm going to plant a thought in her head. And like, if there's a part of it was like, if you break this down, if you really wanted to, this is the Doctor being really grossly manipulative and not at all in a way that is like beneficial. Like, no. He doesn't give any, like, the information that he could have given is like, this creature will lay an egg immediately after hatching. The egg will disintegrate. And the justification they give is, the Doctor has gray areas. He can't actually see everything. When I'm like, that feels like bullshit.
Yeah.
On the opposite end of it, Jenna Coleman fucking kills it this episode.
I mean, that's the thing is all three women like do a fantastic job. I'm so glad that the men die so fast.
Really cleared them off the table.
Oh yeah, we'll just get we'll write them in as this captain's third-rate crew that immediately get killed. So they
Which is
are
sad
part
because
of
they even say that like one of them was her teacher. And so
it doesn't matter. These guys they might as well not exist this entire episode.
Mm-hmm.
Part of the Doctor's other argument is we just had lunch in Germany in 1937. We didn't blink off to go kill Hitler. I've never killed
Hitler.
No, but you did lock him in a cupboard.
I mean, he didn't do that. Rory did that. Rory said, all right, Hitler, get in the cupboard.
But that's also the same thing of like it just having that as a featured note also does bring in the thing of like, oh, well, if you could go back in time, wouldn't you kill baby Hitler?
Well, it's also one of those,
and no, you would have to kill Heinrich Himmler, but that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, it's shining. Well, that's the thing is it's shining a spotlight on where the show has to draw lines in a way that I don't think is good for the show, because it just raises the question, like, the Doctor stops so many, like, attempted mass murderers. The only reason he doesn't kill Hitler is because I guess he's important to human history, but so the Doctor just gets to decide who's important to these other species.
Yeah.
also makes Clara's point at the end of the episode very clear, where she's talking about how the doctor is like talking down to them.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, you let us make a decision on our own. Why does that make it feel like you're just saying we're big enough to go walk to the we can go walk to 7-Eleven.
We can toddle off to the shops.
Yeah. Which just reminds me of that Netflix show. What is it? Old Enough?
Yeah.
Where like little 2-year-olds get sent down to the store.
They're not 2, but they're like 4.
Yeah. They're old. They're just old enough to speak full sentences.
It's children in Japan, in like rural Japan, that are given a shopping list and money and are said, okay, go to the shop all by yourself.
Go get us some stuff and then come home and behave.
And there are like 1,800 camera people around. So it's like, I know that these are not wild penguins, and the cameramen are wildlife photographers that then are like, oh, I have a solemn duty. I can't interfere with nature. Like, no, these children are safe. But it's also so funny when you consider the reality of the situation is, oh, these kids are literally just marching to Albertsons to get some chicken for dinner. But in the context of the podcast that we run and talk about Doctor Who, it's also Clara's argument saying, how dare you put me in the same like box as like these precious, like puny little humans.
Yeah, like
so simple, so sweet.
Like, yeah, I like if I'm your companion, I'm supposed to be different from them in a way and he clearly thinks less of most of them.
Because she said it in a way where it was like, how dare you put me in the same box, but also then it flips and she uses the us argument, putting her in that same category. And I went, so are you aligning yourself with all of humanity, or are you trying to say that you're different and better than all of humanity because I don't know which side you're supporting right now, Clara, and frankly you're really angry and I don't want to bring it up because I don't want you to cry at me.
I did like Danny at the end supporting her.
Yeah.
I thought he was very very helpful.
Well, specifically him saying like, yeah, I was in the army and then one day I wasn't.
Yeah, I did love it, and then I didn't. But moreover, what I think is like, you're not done with him because he still makes you angry, and someone that can make you angry, or you're not done with somebody until you're calm with them.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I can't imagine why.
Well, it is very like,
it's insightful. All right.
Yeah, there is some insight to it, and I do like that Danny's justification for it is, I only got this way the same way everybody does, by having a bad day.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's entirely accurate, because I feel like a lot of my understanding of psyche and my emotional intelligence actually comes from having good days after bad days.
Yeah. Well, it's the having a bad day and then unpacking the next day why you had such a bad day.
Yeah, having a professional I talk to that helps me break down some of my thoughts and puts them into like terms I can understand and digest.
I'm not a professional.
Yeah, but I had a therapist before we were dating, my love.
I'm not sure about that. Irrespective,
this is one of the
for the sake of the show, Danny's insight is much appreciated.
Yeah.
No matter how much it is lacking in its specifics, I think that what he has to say is exactly what the ending of the episode needs.
Yeah, and
specifically exactly what Clara needs.
I will also say this is the first time in this show where it really feels like Danny and Clara are in a relationship.
Yeah.
Like they've had a lot of drama around them, and they've had a lot of like dating scenes, things like that. But this is something about Danny just like sitting there and listening while she is like bawling her eyes out.
Yeah. Him immediately knowing like something's wrong.
Yeah.
It happened.
The thing we talked about at the end of last episode happened.
Yeah.
This is the first time where I'm like, okay, I do see them together, and I also understand why they're a good couple. Because they're not Amy and Rory. Amy and Rory were like immediately a unit, and they had like problems that they worked through, but once those were worked through, they were like the couple. This doesn't feel like that. This feels like two people that are still early in a relationship.
Well, yeah.
But you can also understand why this made it past the second date.
Yeah.
When you're like, oh, he, listens to her and respects her, and also
like
has enough insight to tell when she is lying to herself.
In this context, he absolutely would have the higher ground of like, I told you so. But never once does he do, I told you so.
Yeah. In fact, it seems more like he seems more upset that he told her so. He doesn't seem like that's not a bragging thing.
He's upset that he was right.
Yeah. He's like, I really hoped this wasn't going to happen and it's because to his credit, he says that he did that. Clara says that he loved the army until he left the army. And I do think Danny makes it very clear that he's upset because he knows that Clara loves the doctor. Like maybe platonically, maybe as like a great friend or a teacher or, but not in a romantic sense, but either way, she does love him. And so this
love something and not be in love with something.
Yeah. And so this falling out is like, it's heartbreaking. And he, as her
like
partner is heartbroken for her. And Danny is right. This is not the last adventure Clara and the Doctor have together.
No shit, Sherlock.
We will get to that eventually, but I still have stuff I want to say about the episode.
Me too. We can find our way back to.
I'm trying to figure out because
we can find our way back to somewhere in the beginning.
Well, because I'm thinking about how a lot of this season so far has been about like who is the Doctor, what is the Doctor's identity, especially stripped bare of all the Time War stuff that's been more or less resolved.
Yeah,
this one seems to be framed as the Doctor's an asshole.
Yeah,
like not even and not cool. He's just kind of a dick.
This iteration right now, like this episode's Doctor, just kind of sucks.
Yeah, I think that's the worst thing for me is that this is not a good. This is not a charming Capaldi. This is not a good use of him.
No.
Last episode was a great use of Capaldi, where he was kind of an asshole, but it was all like very rooted in something real. This is him just like, I'm smarter than you, la 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 la.
I know things that you don't know.
Yeah, like the whole.
Like, okay, you literally have somebody who's begging you to share your insight and what you know.
Mm-hmm.
And rather than saying like, this is a decision that you need to make. Like, I know things,
mm-hmm.
but like, I can't be your answer guide for everything.
Yeah. There's a
like,
part.
I will stay here and I will support what decision you make. But knowing what I know and being who I am, I cannot help you make this decision.
Yeah. Well,
but I support you. I'll be in the corner.
I mean,
instead of fucking right off and saying, okay, bye.
Well, even then, like the very beginning of the episode is that he told Courtney, who threw up in the TARDIS, that she wasn't special.
Yeah.
Which is like, that's a fucked up thing to say to a child. Like, yeah, she's 16.
She's 15.
15, excuse me, 15. I feel like at least the 11 went around saying a lot that he's never met anyone who wasn't important.
Yeah.
And so this immediately feels out of character for the Doctor to say that someone isn't special. Like,
especially somebody that he has actively invited on the TARDIS.
Yes.
Like, no matter which generation Doctor you are, somebody does not so easily get invited onto the TARDIS unless the Doctor decides, like, yeah, this person is special enough that they deserve to see outer space. They get to go on a quick spin around the block with me.
Yeah.
To then have him say, oh, she's not special.
It's just because the last person we saw that he took on a trip with the TARDIS and like kick out. I mean, I'm sure there's been a few other like here and there characters, but Adam is the only one that really comes to mind of like, come along on a journey with me. And then like being disgusted. And that's because he abused time travel for personal gain, not had motion sickness.
Yeah.
Like that's like those are two very different
because also
things.
Contextually, if it was a conversation that she was having with the Doctor, she's like, am I the first person that's ever like thrown up in the TARDIS? And then he framed it as like, nah, yeah, like don't get ahead of yourself, kid, like that you're not special because of that.
Yeah.
We didn't see any of that, nor do we know the exact context of that conversation.
Yeah.
But taken out of context, yeah, the Doctor literally tells somebody at a very influential age, you're not special.
Yeah, it just feels really.
It feels
like if this is the direction they want to take,
it feels like something that 9 would do.
Yeah, I could see 9 doing it. The War Doctor doing it to a certain extent of just like someone who's very like jaded.
Yeah,
but I feel like they were specifically trying to make it feel, up until now, they were trying to make 12 feel very like the opposite of jaded. Like he was more, there's a giddiness to him.
Insightful, understanding.
Yeah. He doesn't get people, but he has there's not a cruelty to him unless it's directed at someone like a Dalek or a soldier. Like unless something specifically reminds him of the Time War in a way, he doesn't seem, he never really felt this kind of mean.
I could even understand if this particular doctor was going in the direction of like, he's just ambivalent.
Yeah.
Of like, he's done being the Pied Piper. He's done being this like ray of sunshine. At this point, he's just like, I'm tired.
Yeah, he's tired of masking.
I'm tired of doing all that. I did that for hundreds of years on a planet or on a town called Christmas where I had to be this like ray of sunshine. I am so tired of that now that I don't give two flying fucks.
Uh-huh.
Needless to say, it is still very odd.
I feel like if they were going to do that, they would have to make it explicit. Like they can't, like, I can understand that being a subtext.
Or as a joke.
Yeah.
Where he's saying it in a joking sort of capacity that then is like, hey, like you can't say that kind of stuff to a young person because she did not take it as a joke.
Yeah.
Like your words have weight and are hurtful. You need to apologize.
Yeah, for sure. But also beyond that, the way he treats the other humans too, where he's like walking around the moon base and he's like, he's hopping around like, what are you doing? And he's like, a gravity test. And it takes it. He just sort of expects that everyone in the room is going to get that he's realizing the moon has gotten bigger because gravity is different. Treating everyone like they're stupid.
Yeah.
In a way that isn't out of character, but the specific way he's doing it is a lot of character. I'm not a big fan of this episode. I appreciate what it's trying to do, but I think the way it has to get there requires specifically the Doctor being so far out of character that it feels like he's a different character.
Yeah.
And I do think that they give a really good, they come to a really good point. Like I really like the ending with Clara, like dressing him down and then going with Danny and them having a moment together, because I feel like one, it makes you wonder what the hell's going to happen with that relationship.
Yeah.
But also it makes Danny and Clara feel like a more solid unit in a way that I really think they needed to.
Yeah. I mean, we're kind of talking in circles again because we are still skipping over the center point of the episode of, I know we've already discussed, like we have this question, this like morality and ethical debate, but it's the fact that we have this morality and ethical debate between at this point, traumatized teenage girl, Clara, who's
been traumatized so many times she literally dove into the Doctor's timeline to try and save him from dying a billion times,
and therefore does see herself as a very like special and unique and different than other humans. And then, do we get the captain's name?
Yes, but it's not.
No, but somebody who is
Lundvik.
Somebody who is just doing her job to the best of her capabilities, despite the fact that she had formerly been let go from this job. She's still conducting herself with reverence and honor, despite the fact that even she herself is like, I shouldn't have to be doing this, yet here I am. And I have a responsibility to myself and like the human race. So I like that we have these three different perspectives that are speaking on a topic. And even Courtney at some point saying like, I'm not stupid. Like I'm inexperienced because I'm 15, but I'm not stupid.
And I understand the trolley problem of it all, but I really don't think that they linger enough on the fact that because they don't know what's going to happen, Clara's trying to say we need to save this creature. But also, like, the very obvious response to that is if we blow up the moon, a lot of people are going to die.
Yeah, if we blow up the moon, there is a handful of unknowns then.
She even starts rationalizing it like, okay, the tides, we lose the tides, but we could survive that. Like, we lose the internet. I'm okay with that.
It's like, yeah, you're okay with that. Do you know how much business is conducted through the internet? Not just business like monetary, but like networks and hospitals that share information. So that way, if a patient is needing a new spleen and somebody dies in a hospital 3 states over, there is that communication now that happens. Like it's way
like
more
honestly,
than
those
just,
two things together could be devastating to humanity because so there's a statistic. I can't remember the exact statistic, but basically more people die after a catastrophe than during one.
Yeah.
Like more people die because they lose access to healthcare. They lose access to food, to clean food and water.
Yeah.
Like it's not the disaster themselves that kills people. It's all the stuff that happens because infrastructure.
It's the fallout.
Yeah, it's the fallout. The
That's
infrastructure.
literally
gets
why
knocked
that
out.
show is called that.
Yeah. And so her being like dismissive of that, like just in America, like 2/3 of the population lives within 100 miles of the coastline.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's not, it's actually more like half because some of it is like Canada and
Even still,
Texas border, but still.
we're within 100 miles of the coastline.
Yeah. Like all of Los Angeles, all of like DC, New York City.
Yes, we have
Also, I
mountains in
think
the way.
all of the UK. Like
Yeah.
the UK is an island.
Yeah.
If the tides go up enough, suddenly it's not an island, it's a piece of earth underwater.
Yeah, it is Atlantis.
Like you're already basically dooming Fiji, which are in fairness already a little bit doomed, but think of all the lemurs, Clara. All the lemurs on Madagascar
Think about
you're killing.
Italy. Think about all the art. But for real, Vienna is also like underwater.
It's just like
basically.
there are so many cases to make to Clara that just don't get touched on because she has sort of hand waved them away as we can survive. Yeah, we the human race probably can, but maybe not most of us.
There's a handful of people, like people in Kansas, they'll be fine. The Amish, they're okay. They'll manage.
Yeah. I really feel like there should have been way more back and forth on here are the problems we're about to encounter by
because
doing
also
this.
at that point too, there was like Courtney did make the point of like, I'm young, but I'm not stupid. That's when she could have also chimed in and been like, hey, yeah, this is my future that we're talking about.
Yeah. Like, hey, I will only be in my 50s when this happens. Can we please? Because this would have been 20.
Frankly, because the year is 2049.
Yeah.
The year that the episode
This came out would have been
is
2012, I think.
So realistically,
Yeah, so it would have been 40
Courtney and Lundvig, the same age, basically.
Well, they even seem to imply that Courtney goes on to become president of the United States.
Yeah, woman president, which means that's
my
her.
hang up is how are they going to get around her being born in Britain? I understand.
Yeah.
I understand you're doing a bit, but also like that another way you're just like really misunderstanding reality.
It's like, hey, now the part that they didn't misunderstand is the United States rocket ship carrying like 12 nuclear bombs. That's accurate. Yeah.
Just in case the moon's haunted.
But also Mexico being the ones to go up and investigate. I didn't think Mexico had their own like aerospace.
I don't know that they. I
thing.
don't know that they have one that's ever. I know that a lot of countries have aerospace divisions, but only like a handful of places actually have space stations.
I think Mexico was one of those.
Yeah,
I thought most of their stuff was then filtered through to the United States.
I believe it is. I believe the UK's is also mostly filtered through the United States. I believe
now I do like the somersault logic of like, well, yes, even if that is the case, you know that if there were a bunch of Mexican scientists that were like, we're gonna go and we're gonna land on the moon and we're gonna build a little station, yeah, they absolutely would be like, hey, we're gonna take one of our flags. Yeah, we're being flown out there by the United States, but nah.
Yeah, well, the implication is that it wasn't just like 12 nuclear bombs. They brought all of them.
Yeah.
They brought all of the nuclear bombs left on the planet, which I appreciate the optimism of there only being like 200.
Yeah.
I appreciate them being like, hey, by the time 2049 rolls around, we'll have mostly figured this out.
No, there's like 12 under this house.
It feels weird that we're both like upset at the like conclusion of this episode and also like upset that this episode feels like optimistic for where we're going as a country.
Yeah.
Oh no. Not a country, a world.
On a much sillier note, the doctor does at one point mention to just put one of the DVDs from the bookshelf into the TARDIS. What DVDs do you think the Doctor has in his TARDIS? Because I know for a fact, one of my favorite stories is that a very good friend of ours, they had rented a car for the summer that had a DVD player, but the only DVD that they had in the car was Ratatouille. So for like 8 weeks, this friend watched nothing but Ratatouille while they were canvassing the United States.
That's pretty funny.
So I need to ask, what do you think the Doctor?
Can I ask a
what
quick?
do you think the Doctor had? For the record, that one little line right there, my favorite part of the episode, because I've just been chuckling about what DVDs the Doctor has in the TARDIS.
Can I ask a quick question? Do you think he's got them all like nicely lined up on one of those bookshelves,
Or do you think each DVD box has a different DVD?
or do you think he's got one of those like leather bound? Like not leather, like pleather cases, pleather zipper things that your dad had full of CDs.
No, my dad hated those because he liked keeping dad, not autistic, but he absolutely insisted that every single disc be kept with its case, whether it was DVD or CD.
Maybe not
I think
your
the
dad,
Doctor,
but the royal dad.
No, I've never met a single dad that liked those. That was always a mom thing.
And both my dad and my stepdad both have
They're
those.
wrong. No, the Doctor absolutely keeps everything in its cases. I digress. What fucking DVDs are on the TARDIS that we'll never know about?
I mean, Back to the Future has to be one of them, right?
California's Gold with Huell Hauser, another.
I think he
sure.
watches Back to the Future just to like laugh at. Like he thinks it's a comedy about science. It's like,
All 3 parts.
That's not how a flux capacitor works.
All 3 parts. I think 3 is his favorite.
Probably. He thinks about cowboys.
Yeah. Ratatouille, duh.
Ratatouille. I think he watches Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory just because he thinks it's another Time Lord.
Oh, Mary Poppins, if that's
also.
the case too.
Yeah.
The Harry Potter movies, just so that way he can scoff at them.
He's got all the Ken Burns documentaries just so he can like remind himself of where he's at in time.
I was going to say there has to be some other like BBC documentaries. There is like 3 or 4 DVDs about World War II because, white dad.
Jurassic Park, which he doesn't watch so much as he riffs about how all the dinosaurs are wrong. Last
but not least, of a final DVD that the Doctor has. Pride and Prejudice.
There's a biography at the back.
Vampire Lincoln. Yes.
Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, thank you.
His favorite documentary.
Yeah, I think that one he's just like, I just think it's silly. Also, to like end things on a like slightly silly note, Clara's monologue to the Doctor about and her getting exorbitantly emotional, like very wonderfully done, good job. But she said something that then made me spiral and remember something that I used to yell at my dad when I was getting really mad at him.
Okay, what's that?
Because she was just like, you go away, you fly away in your TARDIS and you just go. When I was young, and even not young, like, I was like 3 or 4. It was like anywhere between the ages of like 6 to 12.
Okay.
If my dad was really like pissing me off, me and then my sister also did it too. So she started it. I picked it up. Would just yell at my dad to go away, go home. Go away, go home. And I was like, oh my God, that is Clara's whole argument to the Doctor, is to just go away, go home.
I mean, the other argument was like, hey, you hang out with us, you eat our food, you breathe our air, and then as soon as something gets difficult, you fuck off. No, fuck off.
Well, because he specifically has identified himself as like protector of the like. Yes, he thinks
this planet
that humans
is protected, he likes to say.
Yeah, like, yes, he thinks that humans are silly and simple-minded and just, oh, you're like little protozoas. You're still figuring things out. But it's like, yeah, dude, the number of times that you have come through for the human race and have actively gone out of your way to protect the planet and are the self-identified, like, savior of the world. Yet the second that a decision becomes a little bit too much to handle, you fuck right off.
Because it's not your decision to make. That's the part where it's
Again,
like,
I think that most of this would have been saved if the Doctor went, this is not my decision to make. I am here, I am supportive, and we have a getaway.
Or alternatively, if that wasn't if the doctor wasn't the one saying that, if the humans in the room were like, this is not your decision to make.
Yeah.
Like if Clara was like, if that was them saying that, that's fine. Especially if that's when the doctor's like, all right, bye. Like if that's when he fucks off because he feels like he's been insulted.
Being yelled at by 3 people that are like, you don't know.
Yeah. He's like, all right, fine. And then
Okay.
he leaves. And like Clara realizes that the doctor didn't give her all this relevant information. And then she's like, you could still have the moment of her being angry.
Yeah.
But it at least feels a little more in character with how the doctor usually acts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I there's a part of me that I really want to like this episode because I do appreciate that it's trying to do something more adult. But the result ends up shaving off too much of the nuance in favor of there just being a right choice.
Shaving off enough of the nuance to fit a time slot. That's how I see it.
Yeah, to fit a time slot and like a demographic, which it feels if you weren't gonna really try, why did you do it? Is really my question. I
think
guess
that there was a try. I just don't think that this is the platform on which to try.
Yeah. I think it was this program. It would be too hamstrung to properly try and broach this subject matter.
Unless you wanted to, if it was an issue of time, have it reach out into a 2-parter, but then you're filling it with fluff.
And even that, I don't know that you could because the first half of this episode was already kind of fluff.
Yeah.
There's a lot of walking around from like one part of the moon to the other, just trying to like build up to the reveal that the moon's an egg, which is still kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Like that's one of those you just have to kind of buy into it. You'd be like, okay, I accept it. The moon is an egg. What?
Yep.
All right, whatever. But I do think that the real like sweet part of the bittersweet for me is that ending where Clara and the doctor are so like strained does lead to some very interesting stuff in the next couple of episodes.
Okay.
Because the next 2 episodes are 2 of my favorite in the whole show.
Mm-hmm.
And the next 2 are called Mummy on the Orient Express, which is one a great title.
Yeah.
And the other one's called Flatline. I think you will love both of those episodes. I'm really like they often get mentioned in the same like they don't beat Blink, but they're usually listed in the same like these are some of the best episodes of the show.
Okay.
So I'm really looking forward to you seeing them, and we will see one of them on the next episode of Who Is My Doctor?
Who is my doctor?
Who is indeed.
I see. I didn't have anything funny to end it other than go away, go home.
Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye.
The moon is actually an egg.
Well, hey, I say, well, that's okay. Because it'll lay another one as soon as it leaves.
Yeah, we did not talk about that at all. The most deus. Thank you for saving the moon. Fuck right off.
They didn't save the moon. That's a different moon. There's Moon 2.
Moon 2. Everybody give it up for Moon 2. Yeah, the moon dragon flies around enjoying the sun on its face and then immediately lays. Where was that egg?
An egg the same size as it was.
Where on earth was it keeping that egg? It's one thing if it was like, oh, it laid a teeny tiny little egg, and every time we pan back to it, it's growing in size like an embryo. Like, oh, look at that tiny speck in the sky. You'll have your moon back in no time. Nope. All right, space dragon, moon dragon, fly off, leave behind equally sized egg.
Adding biology to the list of things this episode does not understand.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that at all. I don't think there's much more to talk about for it we didn't have to save it for the next episode of Who Is My Doctor? We're not gonna do that. No, just turn it off. Skip to the next one.
Hey there, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed our episode about the moon dragon egg thing. It was certainly an idea they had. You know what's a good idea, though, is supporting us over on Patreon at patreon.com/whoismydoctor, where for as little as $1 a month, you can get episodes of this podcast a whole week early. That means you can get our episode on Mummy on the Orient Express right now. So, I will either see you there, or I will see you next Tuesday, because your Tuesdays are now Who's Days.